Good morning. This is Krista Woodard from the Osceola Public Library, and welcome to 2021. Today we are going to do a chemical reaction from a book that we have at the library, right? This is last minute science fair projects, ones that we've had for a while. And January is going to be kind of our snow Saturday science videos. They're all going to pertain to snow in some way, but not always the same way. So it'll just be a surprise each week. And this week, it's just the cold. It's just the cold. And we're going to learn about an endothermic reaction. What is that, you might be asking? Well, it's a kind of a big word, and so I looked it up for you here. It's a chemical reaction that is accompanied by the absorption of heat. Okay? So here's what we need. A styrofoam cup. And if you can get a bigger one than this one, it will work a little bit better because this one you're going to find out is a little too small. But we're going to make it work. So baking soda, which if you remember from a previous science experiment that we did, this would be a base. And we're going to do lemon juice, which is an acid. And you're going to need a measuring cup and a measuring spoon. We need a half a cup and a teaspoon. And then finally, you're going to need a thermometer. And depending on what you can find around your house, I tried using the digital thermometer that you would take to see if you had a temperature, and that did not work for me. So then I tried this, which is a candy making thermometer, and it didn't really work either because mine won't read down low enough to the temperature that we need. So I did find a meat thermometer that has all the numbers on it that we're going to need. So if you can find one of these, or if you just have an old glass mercury thermometer, that will work as well. Okay, so we are going to start out with our acid. You're going to measure a half a cup of lemon juice. Glug it away. Okay, and we're going to put it in your cup. All right, and so here you can see that it's more than halfway full. And so when we mix our acid and our base, if you remember again previously, there is a chemical reaction that's going to get a little bit messy.
Sorry, the temperature before you forget.
Thank you. It's a good thing I have Danny here videoing because otherwise I was going to forget. The first thing that you're going to want to do, and your lemon juice should be room temperature. So if you have it in the fridge, you'll want to take it out for probably an hour. Put your thermometer in there because what we're going to want to do is record the reading, the temperature that's in there. Okay. And so you're supposed to leave it in probably a minute or so. But I think we're going to be okay. It's showing, mine is showing, it's showing about, looks like about 66 degrees. Okay. So, all right, now I'm going to take it out, and thank you, Danny. Now we're going to do our, chemical mixture. Okay. All right. So there we go. Got a teaspoonful of baking soda, and because my cup is small and this is going to get messy, I have a bowl under mine. So keep that in mind. Your mom would probably appreciate it if you put a bowl under yours as well. So here we go. I'm going to drop it in. What do you think is going to happen? Woo! There you go. See, if you remember back when we did our chemical reaction with the bases and the acids, this is what we get, right? It's letting off some gas. So we'll give it a minute to get through doing its thing, and then we're going to take the temperature again. Messy. And it takes a while. I'm going to stir it up a little bit too to make sure that it's that it's going to dissolve in there. We'll see how long it takes though. And how much I have in my bowl. All right. Now, we're kind of speeding this along just for the sake of time. You might give it another minute or so, but I'm going to go ahead and drop my thermometer in there now and see what I get for a reading. If this didn't have such a small display, I'd have Danny do it on the camera, but I'm not sure it's going to pick it up very well. All right, see, mine's already reading 62 degrees. And what was it before? What did I say? 66?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was 66. Okay, so we would want to leave this in here for up to 10 minutes, and you can just kind of monitor what's happening there, right? See how much more the temperature drops. So now I'm down to about 61, so it's still dropping. Okay, so I'm going to read you some of this on the science of it. The mixture in the cup did get colder, mine is, as time went on, and the bubbles that formed in the cup, remember, was carbon dioxide gas when we mixed our acid and our base. Okay, and so the endothermic reaction, one that has to absorb energy, usually in the form of heat, in order to proceed. This means that the temperature of the reaction drops, okay? When the citric acid in lemon juice reacts with baking soda, the reaction can really cool things down. All right. And so now I'm down to 60. So see, over time, it's still dropping a little bit. But we don't have 10 minutes video time, so we're going to go ahead and cut it short here. But you'll want to keep monitoring yours and see if your temperature continues to drop over the next 10 minutes or so. Okay? All right. Thanks for joining me, and have a lovely weekend, and we hope to see you next Saturday. All right. Bye.